Hello travelers! Today, we'll be discussing Skirk's kit and gameplay. If you're anticipating Skirk's release and saving Primo Gems to pull for her in the upcoming 5.7 update, then this video is for you. As of the time this video is posted, the 5.7 beta server is already live, which means we can now see her kit, with only minor changes expected to effects and multipliers as the beta progresses. However, the animations and overall execution are confirmed to remain the same. Let's first go over the materials Skirk will need. These are the items you'll want to farm in preparation for her arrival. If you'd like to skip this part, feel free to jump to the timestamp shown on screen. For her ascension materials, she will need 168 Sky Split Gem Blooms, local specialty, 46 Tenebrous Papilla Drops, Cryo Jade Gemstones in a 1/9/9/6 ratio. She will also require Clockwork Mecha Drops in a 36/96/129 ratio, 18 drops from the latest weekly boss and Mondstadt. For talent materials, she will need 9/63/114 pieces of Philosophies of Contention. Now, let's move on to her talents and gameplay. Her gameplay can be quite confusing at first, but I'll do my best to make it easier to understand. First, we'll be skipping her normal attack talent, as it doesn't significantly contribute to her unique playstyle. Let's start by discussing her unique mechanics. These are the key things you need to learn about her. Serpent's Cunning, Phantom Rifts, Styx Severance. All of these are stack-based mechanics. While they are different, they are also interconnected. Serpent's Cunning is her main energy source. You can think of it like Mavuka's fighting spirit. Skirk does not gain energy through the traditional elemental energy system. Instead, she uses Serpent's Cunning. Like Mavuka, Skirk can activate her burst with just 50 energy, but the damage of her burst increases when her energy is fully charged. Next is Phantom Rifts. You can compare these to Emily's perfume stacks, which are generated when a burning reaction is triggered on the field. In Skirk's case, Phantom Rifts are generated when nearby party members trigger freeze, superconduct, cryo-swirl, or cryo-crystallize reactions. Take note, only 3 Phantom Rifts can exist on the field at a time. This means Skirk must perform specific actions to absorb them effectively. Each Phantom Rift absorbed grants 8 Serpent's Cunning energy, so you'll need multiple rifts to fully charge her burst. Skirk can absorb Phantom Rifts by doing any of the following. Landing a charged attack on an enemy while in her elemental skill form, more on this later. Entering her elemental skill hold state, this will automatically absorb any Phantom Rifts present on the field. Activating her alternate burst mode, Withering Waves, this will be explained in the burst section. Now, let's talk about Styx Severance, her third unique mechanic. This one is fairly straightforward but still important to understand. When a party member, excluding Skirk, deals hydro damage, Skirk gains 1 stack of Styx Severance. Likewise, when a party member deals cryo damage, she gains 1 stack as well. However, each character can only contribute 1 stack. So for example, if Verina already triggers a hydro stack, she won't provide any more even if she continues to deal hydro damage. This system encourages you to bring 3 hydro or cryo characters, or a mix, to maximize her passive. Each stack enhances the buff Skirk gains from her elemental skill tap mode and elemental burst. Additionally, if your party includes both hydro and cryo characters, at least one of each, all party members' elemental skill levels will be increased by 1. Now that we've covered her unique energy mechanics, let's quickly summarize them. Serpent's Cunning, her special energy used to activate and scale her elemental burst. Phantom Rifts, generated by specific elemental reactions, which Skirk must absorb to gain Serpent's Cunning. Styx Severance, stacks granted by other party members, excluding Skirk, using hydro or cryo, enhancing her tap skill and burst buffs. Now, let's talk about her talents and how these energy mechanics connect to them. Elemental Skill. Skirk's elemental skill has 2 forms, tap and hold. Hold mode. When holding the skill, Skirk gains 45 Serpent's Cunning energy and enters a rapid movement state, which you can cancel by pressing the skill again. During this state, she gains interruption resistance and automatically absorbs any phantom rifts present on the field. Tap mode. This also grants 45 Serpent's Cunning energy, but instead triggers her 7-fold flash mode, which boosts her movement speed. You can think of it like Xylanen's Night Soul mode. Elemental Burst. Her burst also comes in 2 modes, as mentioned earlier. Just like Mavuka, Skirk can activate her burst with as little as 50 energy, but the damage and effects scale with how much Serpent's Cunning she has at the time. Using her burst will consume all of her current Serpent's Cunning energy upon activation. Elemental Burst, Normal Mode. In her normal burst mode, Skirk performs AoE cryo slashes, striking enemies across the field. Any Serpent's Cunning energy above the base 50 points consumed will increase her burst damage, up to a maximum of 12 extra points. This is very similar to Mavuka's burst, where having a full burst bar before activation results in significantly higher damage output. Elemental Burst, Special Mode, Withering Waves. If Skirk is in her tap skill, 7-fold flash, mode when you activate her burst, she won't enter the normal mode. Instead, she enters a special burst state called Withering Waves. While in Withering Waves, Skirk's normal attacks are enhanced for the duration of her 7-fold flash mode. This transforms her playstyle into a more agile and aggressive DPS phase. Phantom Rift interaction during Withering Waves. Remember the Phantom Rifts? This mode allows Skirk to fulfill 2 of the 3 rift absorption conditions. So, she can absorb Phantom Rifts during this mode and gain Serpent's Cunning on the fly. In addition, any Phantom Rifts absorbed while in Withering Waves will buff her damage, stacking up to 10 times. Once the stack limit is reached, the buff resets. This means Skirk can potentially generate up to 80 Serpent's Cunning energy while in this state, enough to fully recharge her burst by the time her cooldown ends. Now, let's talk about things you need to consider. Skirk needs to be in a full freeze team regardless of your preferred playstyle due to her stick severance mechanic. This also means that the elemental reactions required to summon Phantom Rifts still apply, even if the enemy already has an element on them. With a well-built niche team, you can still trigger Phantom Rifts effectively. However, this also means Skirk is weak against melt or enemies that possess pyro elements, since you won't be able to trigger freeze, superconduct, cryo swirl, or crystallize reactions. You should also consider adding party members that provide off-field support. Since she needs to generate Phantom Rifts frequently, and her passive talent increases 1 level for the team when both cryo and hydro are present, it's ideal to choose teammates who either deal damage with their skills or can benefit from this buff. The latest artifact set, Finale of the Deep Galleries, is currently the best option for her. It grants an additional 60% to either normal attack or burst damage after triggering her burst. However, keep in mind this effect only lasts for 6 seconds and you can only activate one type of buff. Whichever type of damage is dealt first after using her burst will determine which bonus you receive. That wraps up this video. I hope this helps you decide what kind of team compositions to build around Skirk, and whether the latest cryo sub-DPS Escoffier is a good support for her. I'll also be uploading a video about Dahlia, so please stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.